When Kioma found out that Adama and Obi were now best friends, she felt a pang of jealousy. "Obi, why are you spending so much time with Adama?" she asked, her voice tinged with hurt. Prince Obi, feeling torn between his girlfriend and her sister, sighed deeply. "Chioma, Adama is your sister, and she's my friend too. But I don't have anything to do with her," he explained gently. Chioma's jealousy turned into guilt as she realized she had been too possessive. "I'm sorry, Obi. I trust you," she said, reaching out to hold his hand. Prince Obi smiled warmly, relieved that Chioma understood. "Thank you, Chioma. I appreciate your trust," he replied, squeezing her hand affectionately. Meanwhile, Adama couldn't shake off the feeling of jealousy as she watched Chioma and Prince Obi together. Why does Obi spend more time with Chioma now? She wondered, feeling left out. One day, when Prince Obi came to visit, Adama pretended that Chioma wasn't home, even though she was sleeping peacefully in her room. When Prince Obi found out the truth, he was really angry at her. "Adama, why did you lie to me?" Prince Obi exclaimed, his voice filled with disappointment. "Chioma is your sister, and I thought we were family." Adama felt a pang of guilt as she looked into Prince Obi's eyes. "I'm sorry, Prince Obi. I was just jealous," she confessed, feeling ashamed. Prince Obi sighed, feeling hurt by Adama's actions. "Jealousy won't solve anything, Adama. You need to trust me," he said sternly. Adama nodded, tears welling up in her eyes. "I promise, Prince Obi, I'll never lie to you again," she vowed sincerely. As Chioma noticed the strain her jealousy had put on her relationship with Prince Obi and her sister Adama, she decided to take action. Determined to show Prince Obi that she was willing to change, Chioma began spending more time helping her mother in the kitchen. With each passing day, Chioma learned new recipes and cooking techniques from her mother. She chopped vegetables, stirred pots, and seasoned dishes with care. Despite the occasional mishaps and burnt dishes, Chioma persisted, determined to improve her culinary skills. Prince Obi noticed the change in Chioma's behavior and was pleasantly surprised to see her newfound dedication to learning how to cook. He admired her willingness to step out of her comfort zone and make an effort to better herself. One day, as Chioma proudly presented a homemade meal she had prepared for Prince Obi and Adama, Prince Obi's eyes lit up with delight. "Chioma, this looks amazing," he exclaimed, taking a bite of the delicious dish. "You've really outdone yourself." Chioma beamed with pride, feeling a sense of accomplishment wash over her. One day, when Adama returned home from the farm, she was fuming with anger. Her mother noticed her daughter's furrowed brow and asked, "What happened, Adama? Why are you so upset?" Adama huffed, crossing her arms in frustration. "I'm mad because the prince celebrated his birthday a few days ago, but he didn't invite me to join the celebration. He only invited Chioma, his girlfriend. And to make matters worse, Chioma never even told me," she exclaimed, her voice filled with indignation. Her mother listened carefully, understanding her daughter's feelings. With a gentle smile, she offered some advice. "Adama, my dear, it's not good to be jealous. Instead of focusing on what you don't have, focus on what you do have. Your friendship with Prince Obi is special, even if you weren't invited to his birthday celebration," she said reassuringly. Adama sighed, realizing her mother was right. "You're right, Mom. I shouldn't let jealousy ruin our friendship," she admitted, feeling a sense of relief wash over her. Her mother nodded approvingly. "That's the spirit, Adama. Remember, true friendship is more important than any party invitation." A few days later, Prince Obi arrived at Chioma's house with a big smile on his face. He asked to speak with Chioma's parents, but he was told they had gone to the farm. So, he decided to wait patiently for their return. When Chioma's parents finally arrived, Prince Obi wasted no time. He stood tall and confidently declared, "I want to marry your daughter, Chioma." Chioma's parents were overjoyed and happily accepted Prince Obi's proposal. They immediately began planning for the big day, setting a date for the wedding. But as the excitement filled the air, Adama's heart sank. She couldn't lose Obi to her sister. Tears welled up in her eyes as she ran to her room, feeling a mix of anger and sadness. "I can't watch Chioma take away the only man that I have ever loved. Never. It won't happen," Adama vowed, her voice filled with determination. She wiped away her tears and plotted to keep Prince Obi by her side, where she believed he belonged. That night, Adama couldn't sleep. As she lay in bed, her mind raced with thoughts of how to win Prince Obi's heart. She tossed and turned, unable to sleep. "I can't let Chioma marry Prince Obi," she whispered to herself, her voice filled with determination. "He belongs with me." With a steely resolve, Adama promised herself that she would do whatever it took to make Prince Obi see that she was the one meant to be by his side, forever. She knew she had to act fast before it was too late, and as she drifted off into a restless sleep, she vowed to make her dreams of love and happiness a reality. The next day, fueled by her determination to win Prince Obi's heart, Adama set out on a risky path. She had heard whispers of a powerful native doctor who could grant wishes, no matter how impossible they seemed. With a sense of desperation driving her, Adama ventured deep into the heart of the forest to find the elusive healer. After hours of searching, she finally stumbled upon the secluded hut of the native doctor. With trembling hands and a pounding heart, Adama explained her predicament. She begged the native doctor for a charm that would take away her sister's beauty, believing that without her sister's allure, Prince Obi would finally see her as the one he truly desired. The native doctor, sensing Adama's desperation, agreed to help. With a solemn expression, he handed her a small pouch containing the mysterious charm. "Be warned," he cautioned, "for magic comes with consequences. Use this charm wisely, for once it is unleashed, there is no turning back." Filled with a mix of hope and trepidation, Adama thanked the native doctor and hurried back home. Clutching the charm tightly in her hand, she vowed to do whatever it took to make Prince Obi hers. But as she stared at the charm, a wave of doubt washed over her. Was this truly the right path to take? Could she live with the consequences of her actions? However, consumed by her obsession to win Prince Obi's love, Adama pushed aside her doubts. She didn't care about the potential consequences. All she could think about was achieving her goal. Following the instructions the native doctor gave her, Adama surreptitiously slipped the charm into Chioma's food that evening. As Chioma ate her meal, she thanked her sister Adama for her kindness and retired to bed, unaware of the dark magic at work. The next morning, Adama eagerly awaited the outcome of her actions. But as Chioma emerged from her room, her face twisted in horror. Overnight, her once beautiful features had been marred by a grotesque ugliness. Adama couldn't believe her eyes as she watched Chioma recoil from her reflection, tears streaming down her face. Deep down, Adama felt a twinge of happiness. Finally, Chioma won't be able to marry Prince Obi with this kind of face, she thought to herself, though she pretended to be sad for Chioma. When the prince came to see Chioma, she was so scared to go out that she refused to see him. Prince Obi was baffled. Why is Chioma hiding from me? Why doesn't she want to see me? He wondered to himself as he made his way home. But before he could ponder further, Adama ran to him, her eyes wide with excitement. "Prince Obi, I have something important to tell you," she exclaimed, her voice trembling with false concern. As Prince Obi listened intently, Adama wove a web of lies, telling him that Kioma was having an affair with a married man. It's true. The man's wife cast a spell on Kioma out of jealousy, she insisted, her words dripping with deceit. Prince Obi was stunned, unable to comprehend the shocking revelation. No, it can't be true, he exclaimed, his heart sinking with disbelief. Adama, her heart filled with twisted satisfaction, watched as Prince Obi's anger boiled over. Not only is Chioma now ugly, but she's also slept with a married man, he fumed, his voice filled with righteous fury. Feeling proud of herself, Adama smiled as she watched Prince Obi's angry reaction. But deep down, she felt a little guilty for what she had done. Still, she pushed those feelings away, focusing only on her revenge against her sister. The next day, Prince Obi returned, determined to see Kioma, no matter what. This time, he went straight inside the house. When he saw Kioma, he couldn't believe his eyes. Her face had changed, but Prince Obi didn't care one bit. He walked up to her with a smile, his heart filled with love. Kioma, you're still as beautiful as ever, he exclaimed, his voice full of sincerity. No matter your present condition, I will still marry you. Kioma couldn't believe what she was hearing. Despite everything, Prince Obi still loved her. Tears welled up in her eyes as she embraced him tightly, feeling a wave of relief wash over her. When Adama saw that her plans didn't work, she felt frustrated. She knew she had to try something else to stop Prince Obi from marrying Chioma. So, she went back to the native doctor, determined to make her sister blind. The native doctor gave her the charms, and Adama wasted no time. She approached Kioma with a fake smile, pretending to bring her some special herbs to make her face beautiful. But when Kioma rubbed the charms on her face, she couldn't see a thing. Father! Mother! Come quickly! Kioma shouted, panic rising in her voice. Adama has blinded me! Her parents rushed to her side, horrified by what they saw. But when they questioned Adama, she denied everything, claiming that Kioma was going mad. Inside, Adama couldn't contain her happiness. The charms had worked. Now, she believed, Prince Obi would be all hers. According to their tradition, a prince couldn't marry a blind woman. With a wicked smile, Adama plotted her next move, determined to make Prince Obi hers at any cost. Chioma's world was plunged into darkness. She felt scared and alone, unable to see the faces of her loved ones or navigate the world around here. Why did this happen to me? She cried, her voice filled with despair. As rumors spread throughout the village about Chioma's sudden blindness, Adama's deceitful smile widened. She reveled in the chaos she had caused, confident that Prince Obi would never marry a blind woman. When Prince Obi found out that Chioma was now blind, he was devastated. He knew that according to their tradition, he couldn't marry a blind girl. Prince Obi tried to talk to his father about the situation, but even though Prince Obi's father loved Kioma, there was nothing he could do. Father, I love Kioma with all my heart, but now that she's blind, I don't know what to do, Prince Obi exclaimed, his voice filled with despair. Prince Obi's father listened carefully, his heart heavy with sadness. I understand, son, but our tradition is strict and there are rules we must follow, he explained gently. Prince Obi felt helpless. He couldn't bear the thought of living without Kioma by his side. But father, Kioma is the love of my life. I can't imagine marrying anyone else, he pleaded, his eyes filled with tears. His father sighed, wishing there was a way to change their fate. I know, son, but sometimes we must accept things we cannot change, he said, his voice filled with regret. Despite his father's words, Prince Obi refused to give up hope. He vowed to find a way to be with Chioma, no matter the obstacles they faced. Prince Obi went to Chioma's house, his heart heavy with worry. He was surprised when Chioma asked him to marry her sister. "Are you out of your senses, Chioma?" he asked, shocked. "How can you ask me to marry your sister? What about you?" Chioma sighed, her voice filled with sadness. "I know, Obi, but you can't marry me because of my condition. Me and my sister are one, okay?" she explained, trying to hold back her tears. Prince Obi was torn. He couldn't bear the thought of marrying anyone other than Chioma. "I understand, Chioma, but I have to think about this," he said, his mind swirling with confusion. As Prince Obi left Chioma's house, his heart weighed down by the difficult decision ahead. He knew that whatever he chose, it would change their lives forever. Obi got home and told his mother about Chioma, suggesting he marry her sister, Adama. Prince Obi's mother was thrilled. "Yes, Obi, marry her. You know I love her so much. You know I never liked that Chioma. She was so full of herself, lazy. I don't even want you to marry her," she exclaimed. "But mother, Chioma has changed. She is no longer who you used to know," Obi said with a worried face. "I don't care, okay? I still don't like her. You have to marry Adama. She is the one I have been telling you to marry. I mean, she is very intelligent. She has once saved our village," Obi's mother insisted. "It's okay, mother. I will have to think about it," Obi replied, his mind filled with uncertainty. As he pondered his mother's words, he realized that the decision ahead of him would shape the course of his future. And as he wrestled with conflicting emotions, he prayed for guidance in choosing the right path. Chioma's parents were curious and asked her why she suggested her sister get married to Obi. "It's okay, Mum. I just don't want Obi to marry another woman. You know I love him so much and wouldn't want him to marry from another family," Chioma explained with a determined smile. Her parents understood her feelings and agreed with her. With their blessings, the wedding date was fixed, and Obi married Adama amidst joy and celebration in the village. "Congratulations, Obi and Adama," the villagers cheered, their voices ringing with happiness. But despite her own feelings, Chioma put on a brave face, determined to see her sister happy. "I'm happy for you, Adama," she whispered, her voice tinged with bittersweet emotion. As the wedding celebrations continued, Chioma reflected on her decision to sacrifice her own happiness for the sake of the man she loved. "Sometimes, love means putting others' happiness before your own," she mused, her thoughts drifting to the memories she shared with Obi. Stay tuned for the part 3.